I gotta start today's episode by asking who's getting the Deku Tree. Who is getting the $300 Lego Deku Tree? I really want it, but $300 is so expensive. Yet at the same time, I read something that said Lego are actually one of the best investments, that over time they actually go up more than stocks and other things that you could put your money into. But then that would mean I couldn't build the Deku Tree. I'd have to leave it sealed, which kind of defeats the entire purpose. So I'm in a bit of a conundrum. But good morning, Mario, and good morning, Switch fans. Hope you're all doing fantastic out there. The direct leaks keep piling in as more and more games unveil themselves unintentionally and via multiple interesting sources. What's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. Lots of games to talk about, but first I want to give this little news bit on Paper Mario and the Thousand-Year Door, because Nintendo is sending out surveys regarding the game, and they're asking something interesting that could change the future of Paper Mario, or Mario in general. Now, if you don't know, Nintendo has implemented a strict policy where you're not allowed to modify Mario characters or to create original characters that touch on the Mario universe since Paper Mario's Sticker Star on the 3DS. That is a really crazy mandate that does not allow any creativity. It doesn't allow anyone to have any fun or to do anything awesome. But Paper Mario and the Thousand-Year Door is already created, so it's okay to have cool characters that are unique and do riff on already established Mario characters. In this survey, though, maybe Nintendo is going to change their tune because of the success of Paper Mario and because of how much people love these original characters, and because, gosh, like, given the theme parks and the movies, wouldn't it be in Nintendo's best interest to just continue to expand the Mushroom Kingdom? Anyways, they ask what type of character fans like most in the survey, and one of the answers is, I like characters that look like other familiar characters but have a unique appearance or personality. Come on, we like this. Not every Toad has to be the Toad. Not every Koopa has to be the Koopa. Not every Magic Koopa has to be Kamek. We can have unique characters that still invent upon the Mario universe. Small news, might not actually become anything, but I do hope, and I think the success of Paper Mario as of late will hopefully generate a new Mario and Luigi game, and of course, more Paper Mario. But let me know, do you like new characters in the Mario universe? Like, I don't know who would say no. But will you say no to Fantasian? I feel like this is a word out of Fantasia, because it is. It just adds an N. So before we get all reading rainbow on ya, Fantasian is an Apple Arcade game by Mistwalker, the Final Fantasy fathers who did things like Blue Dragon. Now, Fantasian is apparently good. It's an iOS game that is apparently good. It has full-on turn-based battles. It takes like 50 hours to complete. And I've even seen some threads say that this is the most underrated mobile game of all time. Now, why talk about Fantasian? Because Midori had previously leaked that an Apple Arcade title will be announced for multiple platforms soon. And today, a new leaker has stated that this is Fantasian and will be shown off at the upcoming Nintendo Direct. Boom! Another game at the next Nintendo Direct. We know that Dragon Quest III HD 2D is supposed to be there, and now Fantasian, which initially I poo-pooed, but then I watched the trailer and I was like, okay, this honestly looks pretty darn cool. This honestly seems like it could be fun. And given the positive reviews, it's got an 80 on Metacritic. It received a good number of 9s, and some people say it's very underrated. Maybe on the Switch console, it'll be its best iteration yet. It does make me a little bit worried that we will have a Direct that is just jam-packed full with JRPGs, which, if you're a fan of the genre, is awesome. If you're not, could be viewed as very boring. I do think the biggest portions of this Direct will be Nintendo's own first-party titles, so I'm not too concerned what comes out of the third-party slate. Like I said before, I don't think there's a ton of third-party stuff, so getting games like Dragon Quest and Fantasian are going to be fun additions because it's better than nothing. And honestly, Dragon Quest is a big game, especially considering the new information we have from Midori, who says that it is Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3 all in the same package. Now, we talked about this a few days back, that because they referenced sort of the Legend of Erdrick, like the trilogy of Erdrick, could this include all the games and not just Dragon Quest 3? And Midori is saying, yeah, this is a really big package that has more than one game. In fact, it has all 1, 2, and 3. Now, that is a sizable, chunky, big HD 2D package, and given the success of Octopath Traveler 1 and 2 on the Switch, and given Dragon Quest's worldwide appeal, I think this is going to be a pretty big deal. That's a lot of game, and if they're all redone and all include some updated gameplay, updated features, maybe some modifications to make the game more modern and just roll through more easily and with better pacing, this could be a really nice get for anybody, especially if it comes out in 2024. Should show up in the Nintendo Direct, according to Midori, and that means, again, the JRPG goodness is flowing like a waterfall. But it doesn't stop there, because Midori also asks, would you play a new Live a Live title? Now, if you recall, this was resurrected on Nintendo Switch a few years back. I never played it. I heard some good things, but I don't typically have enough time or desire to play a boatload of long JRPGs. I often start them and try them, and I just can't get very far. The pacing is just a bit slow for me, and the stories just aren't as appealing to me nowadays. But I know that a lot of people do love this sort of stuff, and it seems like the next Direct, we had like the Farm Sim Direct. I think this is going to be the JRPG Direct. 3 titles that inevitably would show up at the Direct: Dragon Quest, Live a Live, and Fantasian, all in the JRPG genre, and we don't know really anything else. I don't believe Nintendo will have any JRPGs, so that is, I guess, good for balance. And plenty of people do like these types of games, so it's interesting to see Nintendo resurrect and bring back franchises that were popular yesteryear, and to make a big commitment, I'd say, to the more handheld nature of these systems. I do think that's something that we might see come into focus, especially because of the emphasis on portable play in Japan. You know, we have Nintendo catering towards maybe more portable players as the Switch sunsets out. Maybe more people are going to be playing this portably. Maybe the stats prove that. I would imagine they do. And so I think JRPGs of this style and more nostalgic games and games that do have Eastern appeal as well as Western appeal will become quite prevalent. I hope the Direct is not all JRPGs, but like it can't be, because Nintendo's first party titles, look, no matter what they reveal, well, Fire Emblem, I guess, is kind of a JRPG. It's a strategy JRPG, but that could be part of it. But other than that, it's like Metroid, Mario Party, Donkey Kong, any other Mario, any Zelda, anything rumored there, not going to be a turn-based JRPG. So there should still be solid variety. Maybe the best part of this, though, is that things are really heating up, and that most likely means that the Direct is soon. When the oven starts to sizzle, when the kettle starts to whistle, you know that it's about ready to present, and it seems like the Nintendo Direct could be 2 weeks away. I think the middle of the month is the most likely culprit for the date of the Direct. We've got Jeff Keighley's Spectacular on June 7th. Nintendo will want to give that some sort of birth. I don't know that it needs like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Microsoft has their event. Ubisoft has their event. I don't know that Nintendo cares about those as much. It seems like Summer Games Fest is probably what they want to dodge. And then it should be Direct time, where we'll get to see these games and plenty more, which I cannot wait for. We have been overdue. We have been waiting. We need it to happen. Now, I'll let you know that Pyoro usually leaks about 3 to 4 days before, usually on like the Friday before the Direct is going to air the following week. So once he squawks, then we know it's game time. But right now, I do appreciate getting some of these games out there, getting some of these leaks and reveals out there, and knowing a bit of what we can expect at the Direct as we hype up and heat up for the summer gaming season. Let me know in the comments down below if you'd like me to cover the other fests. Like, obviously, I'll be live streaming the Nintendo Direct with you, but should we live stream Summer Games Fest just in case anything cool Nintendo gets announced? Should we live stream the Ubisoft stuff, or should we just skip that? I'd love to know your opinion in the comments down below. And until next time, everybody, thanks so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive out there. SwitchForce out.